South African football has stumbled into crisis after FIFA's latest verdict. The governing council declared that Bafana Bafana used an unauthorized player in their World Cup 2026 qualifier, instantly nullifying their triumph. A night once framed as glorious has instead transformed into a nightmare of administrative missteps and broken trust. The clash had originally been hailed as a breakthrough, with fans singing proudly and the squad celebrated for a convincing win. But beneath the surface, registration flaws were quietly waiting to erupt. Investigators confirmed one participant lacked proper clearance, unraveling the result and erasing the team's joy in a stunning reversal. Supporters who once beamed with pride now feel stung. South Africans filled the stadium in their iconic yellow kits, convinced their heroes had moved a step closer to football's biggest stage. Instead, the victory has been rescinded, leaving the scoreboard rewritten in cold ink, a walkover defeat that wipes away those cherished 3 points. FIFA responded with firm authority. Their statement stressed that adherence to eligibility standards is not optional. While South African officials attempted to soften the blow by citing administrative confusion, the governing body insisted discipline must apply evenly. Oversight at this level, they argue, is unacceptable in a global tournament. As a result, the opposing side, once losers on the field, are suddenly awarded 3 points. This twist reshapes the qualifying standings, forcing analysts to redraw predictions. Teams in the same group now sense fresh opportunity, as South Africa's miscalculation has injected new energy into a competitive race for tickets to 2026. Behind closed doors, officials at the South African Football Association are facing tough questions. How did a professional setup allow such a lapse? Media outlets highlight bureaucratic sloppiness, while critics demand accountability from those entrusted with safeguarding compliance. The error has sparked debate over competence within the federation's ranks. The players' disappointment has been palpable. Many left their sweat and soul on the field, chasing every duel and pushing through fatigue. Now, all that effort appears wasted because of paperwork failure. Several stars reportedly feel robbed of their achievement, forced to carry blame for a fault that was never theirs. On social media, outrage is mounting. Supporters flood platforms with fiery posts, memes, and calls for resignations. Some plead with FIFA to revisit the ruling, but seasoned observers know the verdict is rarely overturned. History shows that once eligibility rules are broken, the punishment is usually locked in stone. Internationally, the fallout tarnishes South Africa's reputation. Instead of being seen as a disciplined competitor, the country risks being branded careless on the global stage. Other federations may privately question their ability to manage operations with professionalism, adding another layer of pressure to already fragile morale. Elsewhere in Africa, rival nations see advantage. Coaches and fans sense the standings are suddenly within reach. Teams that once appeared on the margins now believe qualification is realistic. With South Africa docked points, the group dynamics have shifted, giving outsiders renewed faith in their campaigns.
For FIFA, the ruling reaffirms its image as a strict enforcer of justice. The organization emphasizes that the integrity of the competition cannot be compromised. Whether an error stems from malice or mismanagement, the penalty remains the same. The decision sends a chilling reminder that administrative precision is essential. Pundits and former players have joined the conversation. Some express compassion for the squad, insisting the blame belongs squarely on leadership. Others adopt a harsher stance, calling the incident embarrassing and demanding immediate structural reforms. Television debates reflect a nation deeply divided over how to repair the damage. The timing of the punishment complicates South Africa's campaign. Dropping vital points at this stage could derail the dream of returning to the global stage. With qualifying margins already thin, this sanction places the team in a more perilous position, where every remaining fixture carries double the pressure. Corporate partners are also uneasy. Sponsorship relies on trust, professionalism, and stable results. A scandal like this risks weakening brand ties, leaving executives anxious. The federation now faces not only sporting consequences, but also commercial fallout, with revenue and reputation hanging in the balance. Observers say the saga also highlights deeper flaws in African football governance. Weak documentation systems, lack of transparency, and inadequate oversight create conditions ripe for costly mistakes. South Africa, once praised for hosting the 2010 World Cup, now finds itself as the cautionary example of administrative fragility. Public discussion is relentless. In cafes, on radio waves, and across online groups, supporters dissect every angle. For many, it is both a humiliation and a reminder of how easily glory can collapse. The echoes of national pride built during past tournaments feel muted under the shadow of bureaucratic incompetence. Yet some voices call for calm. They argue the setback, though painful, can serve as a wake-up call. If reforms follow, the fiasco might mark the start of long-term improvement. Instead of sinking into despair, South African football could seize the moment to rebuild trust, both at home and abroad. Coaches urge the squad to stay focused. Dwelling on lost points will not change the table. The only solution lies in fighting harder in upcoming fixtures. The players must channel their anger into motivation, proving that on the field, they still have the talent to compete with the best. Whether redemption is possible remains uncertain. Qualification is a steep hill, and rivals are circling eagerly. Still, football has shown countless times that setbacks can ignite remarkable comebacks. South Africa's resilience, if strong enough, might turn this saga from humiliation into a legend of recovery. For now, the chapter is written as one of scandal and setback. Bafana Bafana's ambitions have been bruised by rules ignored and victories erased. But football is never a straight path. Perhaps this storm, painful as it is, will eventually pave the way for a stronger and wiser return to the world stage. That's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go.